They say the Philippine mountains hold a secret, a story whispered on the wind for over half a century. It is the legend of Yamashita's gold, a treasure of unimaginable scale, worth not just billions, but representing the plundered wealth of nations, stolen by the Japanese Imperial Army during the Second World War. At the heart of this legend is one man, General Tomoyuki Yamashita, the Tiger of Malaya, who, facing defeat, is said to have orchestrated the concealment of this vast fortune, hiding it deep within the unforgiving terrain of the archipelago. As the war in the Pacific reached its bloody climax, Japan's grip on Southeast Asia began to fail. Allied forces were closing in. According to the legend, General Yamashita was tasked with a final desperate mission to secure the spoils of war. Gold bullion, priceless religious artifacts, jewels and art, looted from a dozen conquered countries, were funneled into the Philippines. The plan was to ship it all back to Japan, but the tightening American naval blockade made that impossible. A new plan was forged in the crucible of defeat. If the treasure couldn't be moved, it would be hidden. The clues, they say, are out there, scattered like breadcrumbs for the determined or the damned. Spread across these creased maps lie rumours and routes, whispered by time, pointing toward more than 175 alleged wartime caches. These are not simple pirate maps. They are complex encoded documents allegedly created by Japanese military engineers. They are filled with cryptic symbols, strange geometries, and references to landmarks that may have changed or vanished over the decades. A triangular rock formation, a waterfall with a hidden meaning, a tree bearing a specific mark. Each could be a key or a clever deception. Decoding them has become an obsessive art form. Treasure hunters spend years cross-referencing historical records, learning rudimentary Japanese, and trying to think like the men who designed these puzzles under extreme duress. Some symbols are believed to indicate the type of treasure: a cross for religious artifacts, a circle for gold coins. Others might denote depth, direction, or even deadly booby traps left behind to protect the hoard. The tantalizing promise is that if you can just crack the code, you hold the key to a fortune. But the maps are notoriously unreliable, with forgeries and fakes circulating for decades, designed to mislead the unwary. This promise has lured generations of adventurers into the wild heart of the Philippines. Through choking vines and over slick, treacherous stone, hunters press onward, convinced each cave mouth guards a fateful passage. The most famous, and perhaps most tragic of these, was Rogelio Roxas, a former locksmith who, in 1971, claimed to have found a portion of the treasure. His story is a cautionary tale. He described a chamber filled with gold bars and a solid gold Buddha statue. But his discovery brought him not riches, but ruin. He alleged that his find was stolen by agents of then-President Ferdinand Marcos, and that he was tortured for information. His claim, though never fully proven, ignited a global frenzy and lent a dark political gravity to the legend. But the fate of Roxas hasn't stopped them. They come from all over the world, a driven fraternity of believers, drawn by the promise of riches beyond their wildest dreams. Some vanish without a trace, swallowed by the jungle or the labyrinthine tunnels they seek. Others claim to have found tantalizing clues: a Japanese bayonet, a fragment of a uniform, only to see the trail go cold, their funds exhausted, their spirits broken. The line between a verified find and a compelling myth is often hopelessly blurred. For the local communities living in the shadow of these mountains, the treasure is not just a legend. It's a part of their history, a source of both hope and anxiety. Elders recall the final chaotic days of the war, remembering convoys moving only at dusk. Farmers speak softly of hearing chained trucks groaning up hidden trails, and of whispers about prisoners of war forced to dig their own graves after burying the gold. These stories are woven into the fabric of the land, a sensitive and often painful heritage. The intrusion of foreign treasure hunters raises complex questions of ownership, land rights, and respect for the dead who may lie entombed with the treasure. The hunt is fraught with peril that goes beyond myth and superstition. Inside these hidden tunnels, danger comes fast. The sites were often deliberately booby-trapped. Tunnels were designed to flood or collapse. Pits were filled with poison gas or sharpened bamboo stakes. Even without traps, the geology is unstable. After 80 years, ropes fail, earth shifts, and the mountain reminds all intruders who truly commands these depths. Flash floods can turn a dry cave into a watery tomb in minutes, and the very air can be toxic with gas. Legally, the hunt is a minefield too. All treasure hunting in the Philippines requires a government permit, and any discovery is subject to heavy taxation and claims from the state. Today, the search has evolved. The lone prospector with a faded map has been joined by organized teams armed with cutting-edge technology. Ground-penetrating radar and magnetometers scan beneath the soil, searching for anomalies, for the telltale signature of buried metal. Drones equipped with LiDAR can digitally strip away the dense jungle canopy, revealing forgotten earthworks and potential tunnel entrances invisible from the ground. Historians and archival researchers pore over declassified military documents, seeking a stray comment or a logistical report that might betray a location. Yet, for all this technology, no one has produced conclusive, verifiable proof of a major find. So, is Yamashita's gold real? Or is it just a legend, a grand, enduring story born from the chaos of war, a tale to scare children and lure the greedy to their doom? Perhaps the truth lies somewhere in between. The historical record confirms that Japan plundered Asia on a massive scale. The logistics of moving and hiding such wealth are staggering, but not impossible. Yet after decades of searching, the mountains keep their secrets close. The gold, whether real or imagined, has become a treasure in itself, a mystery that fuels our imagination, a reflection of our deepest desires for adventure and fortune. The truth, like the gold itself, may remain forever buried,